coi xem có gì ăn. maybe we want to independent.
That way?
Yeah.
Walk?
How wide?
Ah, so I can go in
Yes.
just by walk. Okay. No bus.
No bus.
Oh, thank you.